It's a paradigm shift. It's a way of thinking. It's not a transaction that involves two dimes. It's a paradigm shift that involves the transformation of the way you think. Everything is admiralty. Everything is water. Over 75% of the surface of our globe is covered in water. Everything that walks and breathes the air starts out in water or some form of water. A child comes through the mother's womb. The water breaks. The child goes through the birth canal, birth of a ship, maritime law, marriage, mariner sauce, marriage. Everything is admiralty. The child goes through the birth canal after the water breaks into the hands of the dock. Tour. The tied-off ship, the umbilical cord is cut, and that child is now a vessel, adrift on the water, abandoned by the mother in a birthing ward, a foundling center under the Maternity Act and Parents Patriae. It is a founding center, a safe place to abandon your child. You're a mother and you don't know these terms, and you sign, signature, a legal document. The child goes into the hands of the dock. Maritime reference to the dock, the boat dock. Tour is a bill of lading, the birth certificate. The person pays the bill. Purser on the land, purser on the ship. A purser becomes a person on the land. The purser carries the ship's purse, which contains the money. The purser is responsible for paying the dock, tour, the bill of lading. The child goes into the hands of the dock, tour, and a satanic ritual takes place, and the child's made to cry, scream out in pain after they smack him on the butt. I'm talking about historically, not all doctors do this. Smack him on the butt, and then that legal bond paper looks just like a car title. And the mother signatures as an informant, informing the state that you're abandoning your child. They're lost at sea on the water. The umbilical cord is cut. The cutting of the cord severs you as a whole human being. Bouvier's Law Dictionary, human being, definition, monster. The child is now turned over and a soul is taken from them. A soul print is taken from them and placed on that bill of lading, that birth certificate, that vessel instrument. That birth certificate, the child's soul is taken from them before they have a chance to put their feet on the land as a creation of God. And then the child is set adrift as a person, a personification. The word person is maritime law, admiralty law. Words mean things. It predates the birth of baby Jesus. It's the oldest form of law. It's one of the oldest words on the globe is person. A purser is responsible under admiralty law for carrying the ship's purse, which is where the money's at. They're responsible for paying the bill of lading, the tour, at the dock when they arrive. The purser goes on the land. The purser on the land. Purser on became person. You're a purser on land if you call yourself a person. You are not a person. You are not a resident. And you are definitely not a lowercase 14th Amendment citizen with a Zen master. Citizenship, ownership, scholarship, stewardship. I can go on and on and on. Currency has a flow like a river, and it's controlled by the bank. And we call it money, money-I. Mana-I. Everything is admiralty law, water law. We have liberty. Seamen creates a baby. Seamen on a ship get liberty, not freedom. Liberty is granted by the captain. Freedom is given from God at birth, when you're born, not at birth. Birth is a misconstrued word, misspelled. The birth of a ship. A child is not birthed. A child is born of the mother and of the father. Maxim of law, that which one creates, one controls. The mother controls that child. The father merely provided the seamen in a marriage, hopefully, marriage license. How many of you know what mariner sauce is? Marinara sauce. We call it marinara sauce. The proper terminology is mariner, like a seagoing mariner. The term comes from ancient Rome and Greece. They had clay casks, clay vessels that they would put tomato and meat and vegetables in, like onions and green peppers, and they would put it in olive oil. And that was how the food was transported. Even the meat was in there. When the seamen on the ship got back the empty vessels, the caskets, at the bottom there was usually scraps of meat and tomato and vegetables, onions, green peppers, olives. And they would take that olive oil, put it into a big kettle, and they would cook it. And they made gravy called mariner sauce. We know it as spaghetti sauce. You see, the history of words go back thousands of years. Thousands of years. Stop calling people persons. Persona. Look up the word persona, personal, and person. Person is a corporate vessel, a corporation, an entity. People, by the cabal, has been issued an edict of past presidents and different acts of Congress as a terrorist. This is what the cabal's done to undermine what you think is words. Anybody have any questions? I got